welcome everybody back to the Clarity Series. This is the fifth installment of the Clarity Series, and due to COVID-19, we are going to do it on a Zoom call. So let's go ahead and get back into it. I want to welcome everybody: D. Wynn, Adrian Hayes, Kev, Cal, Big Bad Chris, OJ. How y'all boys been, man?
Been good, bro. Been good. Trying to make it.
Stay out the way, man. Stay out the way. Stay clean.
That's everybody staying indoors?
Oh, yeah.
Are you out roaming the streets?
Trying to, man. Trying to.
I don't even go to the mailbox, so I'm staying out of that.
Jesus. All right, well, that's what's up, man. You know, well, due to everything going on right now, everybody knows that coronavirus is happening worldwide, and it's affected a lot of people. I want to know if it's affected anybody in this group, either personally or if you know somebody that's been affected. I mean, obviously, I know that I hope that nobody here in this group has been affected. But if you know somebody personally, how's it affected their life, and how's it affected yours?
Man, me personally, it hasn't affected anybody in my family that I know of, nor has it affected me that I know of. I haven't been experiencing any symptoms or anything like that. So I've been, staying healthy, doing, home workouts and different things like that. But far as like future plans, it did affect a lot of things in that aspect of it, though, definitely. I was in my internship type deal, and that got cut short, despite, with everything going on. So I had to, readjust and go searching for something, another opportunity type deal. So in that aspect, it did, and just, I don't know, it just, seeing everything was going on, I know it has really put people in a bind, so, man, but trying to say prayerful though, man, for real, thankful for, being able to at least pay the bills and just keep everybody, just doing their part.
I mean, that's what's up, though.
My biggest adjustment came from just having to work remotely. The cohesiveness of my team at work, man, we work so close together and we depend on each other for so many tasks. Now it's having to send Skype, send a quick IM to get a job done, and it just made the process for me just a little bit harder. But my biggest challenge is getting acclimated to cutting out the distractions at home, man. It's a lot going on in the crib, and you trying to do a job and stay focused. It's a lot.
Hey, do you feel like jobs will now, because of everything? I know it's gonna be a new normal. Do you feel like more jobs will have more workers work remotely?
Man, I think they should. I think they should, man.
Do you think your productivity has been the same?
Yeah, at times I've seen it go up. Just be off the fact that I'm a little more comfortable here, so I can really create my environment and lock in on my work how I need to. So I've seen my productivity, if not remain the same, increase a little bit for me.
That's what's up. Does anybody else feel that way? Tucker, you still in the office?
Yeah. It's a blessing we essential, so I'm still able to go to work every day. Like I say, the only difference is our hours got cut due to us having all the stores and stuff closing on us and stuff. So other than that, it's still been a blessing to just be able to work and be able to still make money so I can pay bills.
Exactly.
I mean, true, yeah. Gotta pay them bills. I know
you. Yeah, I think this is gonna be.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a key time, going forward, and seeing how our society forms jobs, seeing how flexible people really can be, and are you essential and needed in the office, or can we trust you to handle our business in your location? It's gonna strengthen the bonds of trust between the employee and the employer in terms of getting a job done from here going forward. I don't think we've even cracked the surface on how much or how impactful this is all going to be.
And that's crazy that you said that. You said the trust between your employer and the employee. You think it's gonna be either harder to get jobs now that they're gonna trust you with their work equipment. It's a lot of things that's factoring to that, though.
That's true. I mean, do you think compensation will go up due to the fact that you got to work remotely? They have to instill that amount of trust.
You might have to
could go
work
down.
longer hours.
because you don't have to truck to work. You literally get up and clock in at 8 o'clock and clock in at 6, but you never really left the house.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see like how we respond to this going forward. I think the social distancing thing is something that should stay in place. I don't think you shouldn't be that close to nobody in the first place.
Kemp tripping, bro. Governor Kemp is tripping. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
We are the last state to close. We're the first state to open back up. And I'm not sure whatever reasons. I don't watch enough news to be informed for real. But you can't tell me that there's other countries across the world who shut down everything for 2, maybe 3 months. And we shut down for 3, maybe 4 weeks. It don't make no sense to me personally, but
do we even shut down for that long?
Crazy.
Well,
know, bro.
to be honest, for me driving to work every day, man, and being in Atlanta, these folks ain't listen to this stuff no way.
No, it's
guarantee you that. Like,
he said stay at home, and most people didn't even anyways. Like Piedmont Park is
right,
as popular as it ever has been. More people all of a sudden now want to work out, and I'm like, you didn't work out before.
Right, it's crazy.
But it's what I mean. It's almost like a lose-lose though, because I feel like the economy would have got to a point of no return if you didn't open back. So like, how do you go about it? Like, I understand the social distancing and everything like that. Like, I completely understand that. But if we continue to stay closed and whatnot, like despite whether people can work from home and everything like that, a lot of companies won't bring in the same amount of money, which leads to more layoffs, which leads to a bigger recession, which ultimately will lead to another Great Depression. So it's like, do I think we should start opening now? Nah, but I think you have to. Something has to shake. Like,
I mean, no doubt, but isn't that not a reflection of our government?
What do you mean?
I mean, honestly, I don't know necessarily the ins and outs of other governments around the world, but it looks like our government runs paycheck to paycheck, because we've shut down for maybe two weeks in the beginning, and it looked like Armageddon was approaching. 3 million in the first 4 days have to file unemployment.
That's so sad.
You're telling me that we can't? You're telling me that the businesses, they're bleeding money that much that they can't keep their? Now I can understand 4 or 5 months. You know, that's a long time. Even 3 months is a long time to be out of business. I understand that due to overhead costs and that and all that, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would just get rid of employees left and right. A lot of employers were getting rid of employees left and right due to the fact that they couldn't pay them. And I'm like, well, you don't have that much money in the bank that you can't pay your workers for at least 2 weeks?
Probably not. A lot of companies don't. I feel like a lot of companies don't save like that. Like something like this needed to happen to show companies they need to have an emergency fund for this reason. But you have to think long term. And so that 2 weeks, cutting all those employees could save the pay for your management team and the essential people on your team that you need. You might be able to replace one of those entry-level people later on down the road and have your upper management take on more tasks and more roles and stuff like that. Like, I really don't think like a lot of people said it. Obama said it, Bill Gates said it, that we weren't prepared for this. And like, this is one of the reasons why we weren't prepared for this, is because companies don't have that emergency fund in the bank to be able to pay employees like this. I feel like.
I would say coming, because I know a little bit on my side from employment and stuff, and the cost when we have to deal with our customer, it's a lot more money than y'all think. Right? This for my shift, let's say we got 70 something people, and on our shift, they getting paid for every minute. So if you do the math, let's just say if they work for 10 minutes, all those 70 people, that's like, for those 10 minutes, like $50-something thousand. And it adds up on an 8-hour shift onto a week of work and 2 weeks of work. And if you're not making no money, then that money gonna get gone quick, whether you got money saved in the bank or not. So, I mean, sometimes they don't have no choice but to do layoffs to keep from just going straight out of business.
Okay, so do you think? Go ahead, Sue.
I personally think it comes from how complicated the American infrastructure is for business owners. Like, there's ways to receive aid when you need it. But there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through when an unexpected financial crisis like this occurs. And because we haven't seen anything like this, or we weren't given the proper, I guess, guidance when this first hit, a lot of these business owners didn't put parameters in place to protect themselves or their employees if a shutdown was imminent, like we saw it was. So I just think, man, there's so much going on, not only with our government, but our economy, that affects not only individuals, but organizations that just need to be addressed going forward if we ever get in this situation again, bro. Because like Calvin said, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah, and it's a domino effect too, because like say for us, I know the first way it hit us was when they restricted, because our company is a freight company, so we do trade with transport goods from China back to the U.S. So when they did restriction on China not getting them from China and stuff, that hit us first. And then when the shutdown came, because a side business that we do is closed with warehousing, so all the malls and stuff shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So
those are two. The food industry and the retail industry were hit extremely hard.
That hurt us a lot. We only been able to do online sales and online stuff, so that's the only way we've been able to manage.
So I got this little quote. Go ahead after that. Go ahead.
I know that there was a relief fund established for a lot of small businesses to go ahead and like apply for. And if I'm understanding this correctly, like whatever they were requesting, 75% of that request had to go towards their payroll. Now, you get that. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, we dealing with like $1 million, $750 got to go to payroll. Yeah, I think it's like maybe like 3 months. They had to come back and provide receipts that they actually did pay out that 75% towards payroll. And that's for small businesses. So we got the small businesses that have received funding to pay people on top of a stimulus. So there have been several different like injections into our economy to make sure we keep rolling. Well, my biggest thing is like going forward, we have to conduct and move as citizens like differently. Germs, respecting one another, and then taking care of one another should be like top three. In times like this where, you know, your neighbor may be struggling, if you know your neighbor, you got a little extra rice or something for him, hey man, you may have to tap in with him and, you know, do so. This string of brothers that we are, hey, if somebody needs something, it should be anything for one of us to reach out like, hey dog, you know, I'm like, you know, hey, you know, can I do Sunday dinner with you? You know, however that need to go. But that need, you know, the community needs to start being emphasized again, especially once we see like we can't depend on the next, you know, the big dollar guy to take care of me. We can't depend on these big corporations to provide what I need. We have to be self-sufficient in some form or another.
I agree. I mean, most Americans do not have a savings. So I completely understand where you're coming from. My quote was, I don't know if anybody's ever seen, but Killing Them Softly, the movie. But at the end of the movie, Brad Pitt goes on this tangent and then whatever, and he talks about this little quote, and he says, America's not a country, it's a business. So was he right? Is it actually a business? Is it not really a country? Do we act more so as a corporation rather than a country?
I would say so. I would say so. I think we compromise our values and what we would say is right or wrong versus what we find entertaining, luxurious, and then like profitable. If it's one of them three, people gonna bite on it regardless of what comes with it. And it'd be sad to see what people do for the dollar. It's sad to see what our country do to make sure they keep the dollar, putting everybody in jeopardy like they're doing. You know,
right.
Priorities of the government are definitely coming out right now.
I agree. All right, so since we're talking about money anyways, our next topic will be, I'm sure everybody in this group qualified for the stimulus package, unless somebody's sitting on some big roll bank checks. You know, he might be over there. All that talk, walking to the bank. So what did you do with it? And if you got it, what did you do with it? And did you save it? Did you spend it? I'm going to ask Christian first because he looked like...
Big bag, Chris. What you do with money, big bag, Chris?
Yeah, so big bag, Chris. We spent a little bit over here. So I did first get my stimulus package, and I did spend some. I did go ahead and bust down on the nice little luxury bag I was looking at for a little minute, and then a couple of couple small home improvements, but like for the most part,
I don't blame you, bro.
I'm still selling about half of mine. I'm content.
I blame you, bro.
Anybody else?
Realize that.
Well, for me, Well, for me, it was a blessing in the sky because I haven't ever had a savings since I really.
Whoa, bro! I didn't mean to cut you off. You ain't never had a savings?
No.
You haven't set up a savings account, or you?
I have a savings. I have a savings account. I just never was able really to keep steady money in there and save.
Okay. At least, okay.
Okay, come with that first.
Yeah, because boy, you had me.
My bad.
Thinking about
hey, Sue, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about a workshop that we can talk about having a savings.
How to save?
Because boy,
hey, we do need to have that though. But yeah, I've always had a savings account, but I just never really ever been able to have a steady savings with what I've had on.
I feel it though. Yeah, I feel that.
So it was a blessing in disguise, me, because I just saved it and I ain't got no need to spend it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Turk. Same thing, man. It was one of those things where it just boosted my savings and it gave me more peace of mind too, though. You feel me? Like even though I had, had some income to pay bills and stuff like that, but it was like, okay, well, my budget I was able to see it clearly with that.
Yeah.
So that's all I did.
And I sat on mine personally, Nick. I was one of the ones who experienced a layoff due to the coronavirus and all the budget restrictions and stipulations that we talked about a while ago. So I sat on my money. Like, soon as it hit, whenever it did, like I was at the bank by 10 a.m. I withdrew and like moved into a different account. So like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not tripping. I got faith in the big God. I'm committed to the process and do work like we all know. But like I'm sitting on that money because you just never know, bro. How long this gonna last? If we're getting more money, like what's your situation gonna be? How long you gonna be self-employed or a full-time entrepreneur? Like, so rainy day fund is what it was for me. I ain't spent a dime out of it.
Just in case something happened, man.
So, Cal, what did you do with yours? And then I know you kind of big into finances. What are things that you could possibly do or help our listeners or help our viewers?
You elaborate on that tangent you went on the other day on social media, bro. I think you made a lot of good points.
If you didn't catch it, definitely head over to him. If you don't follow him, I guess, it might help him.
His content be all right.
it's a little so. It's not nothing crazy. Go
follow the boy.
Damn. But no, seriously, what'd you do with it?
So a lot of it really, it was kind of like a half and half thing. Half went towards music, the other half got put into savings. Because it was really just extra money. But to kind of get to Soups, I wanted this tangent, bro, because I don't know if y'all saw it going around the little circle scheme or the game or whatever you want to call it, where you start on the outside and then you work your way in the middle and you toss somebody like $100 or whatnot to get into it. And then once you get to the middle, you get paid out like $800 or something like that. And so it was going around and people were like, this is not a scheme. And I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all taking that stimulus check or whatever money y'all put into this game and you could put it into a savings account, save money, you know what I'm saying? Or get a book about stocks and options. Like, they're like, I'm investing in myself. Think about what you just said, though. You're talking about I'm investing in myself. We just invested in a scheme. I know a lot of people ain't get their money back. So it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you deserve to lose that money. Yeah. So.
But but like I said a couple of days ago, some people may really feel like they are investing in themselves. They're not necessarily doing it the American way.
They are though, Nick. Because what's the issue is, bro, we're in such an instant gratification society, bro. So instead of investing in themselves, like Calvin said, picking up and actually acquiring that knowledge to earn that money and have longevity with it, they rather than invest that little money into a game that they can play for a couple days, couple hours max, get a little $700 profit and think they're doing something. Just to take that same money and blow it again and be back to square one. I think as a society, bro, we've relinquished the the thought or the coolness of acquiring knowledge for yourself. Like everybody want the quick and easy way. What's convenient? Everybody want to be the best, but nobody want to put the work in. Like, how do I get there now? Ain't nobody willing to go step by step, like Calvin talking about, bro. So
and you got a lot of people too, like a scheme now became the new hustle and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To an extent it is, but you have to, if you want generational wealth, you can't just scheme like it's deeper. It's a lot deeper than that. Like you get those people that can scheme their way to the top to get money and everything like that. Cool. But for the general population, like for lack of better words, like you look at white people's generational wealth and black people's generational wealth, they use different tools to build their wealth. You know what I'm saying? They rely on different things. Like their casual dinner.
Well, we never started out with generational wealth though.
Huh?
So it's kind of, we never started out with generational wealth though, so it's kind of skewed. We were always on the eight ball. We were always behind in the game. So, but I understand what you're saying. But in terms of like the equating each other, it's like, you know, apples to oranges. You can't really, because black people started out with like, all right, cool, you know, as soon as we were seen as actual citizens, now we could go ahead and get some actual wealth. But what we did with the wealth is different than what they did with the wealth. They set them up, they set generations up, right? We're trying to maintain for the instant.
I feel you on the maintain part. I really do feel you on the maintain part. But at the same time, look what people spend their money on though, like in the community. So like,
no doubt.
So like,
it has a lot to do with our culture and everything. Yeah, no doubt.
So you got to start breaking, like their whole thing with redlining housing, right? Where they said, oh, black people can't live in this neighborhood. Black people can't live in this neighborhood. And real estate agents were getting caught up because it was just because they're black, and they would say the house was already sold and stuff like that, right? So they redlined communities. So that's why you have the pockets of communities we have today. So now, not only did we allow them to redline communities, which was kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? But now we're doing it to finances too, where we're like cutting ourselves off, and we're not making a way to close the gap. You know what I'm saying? And it's just little things like education that we need to implement into the youth and stuff like that. Things that have been cultural norms for so long that we have to break down so people can see the value in taking your money and doing this with it as opposed to doing this with it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
See, so peep this. I think that if more people had knowledge of what tools are available to like make the money flip or whatnot, I think they'd take advantage of like different opportunities. So one that I'm aware of is like, I have an online banking account with, let me see, I'm opening it up right now. They go by the name of Chime. So Chime gives you an option of like,
okay. Yeah, I got Chime.
After they get like a direct deposit of $200, not only do they get an additional 50, but you get 50 for referring them. So really, like, you ain't had to do no work. All you had to do was make sure you had $200 hit that deposit, and you and your partner both get 50. It's not the 800 or whatever was going on in the circle, but it's definitely a lot more legitimate, and you definitely gonna get your money though. And like, I feel like knowledge of the banking system and different opportunities within it, you know, you can take advantage of it. This is definitely a time where people should be knowing like what online bank would allow me to start a savings account and not incur any annual fees, period. There are definitely the ones out there. There, you go online, you make, and it's so accommodating, and there's so many different options that you could choose from. It's like, why wouldn't you? It's just like some people just really don't know that you can really bank on the app and never see the money, but you can go to any bank account, withdraw that money, and it'll be in your hand as soon as you take it out. Like, they just simply don't know.
I think that stems a lot to do with lack of financial literacy throughout our community in general, though.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean, right there, though. But
you know what I'm saying? When you grow up, you're taught to be a hard worker. Just get a good job and be a hard worker. You're not really talked about like, all right, so here are the steps, here are the tools that you need in order to be a hard worker, in order to compete in this world.
To complement your hard work. A little bit of knowledge and some hard work will take off. But like, it's just really making sure that everybody got the knowledge they need to do that.
I agree. Anybody else? Stark, you have something to say?
No, I agree with Christian because I use Chime for everything. And like I say, like he said, it's it's great. I encourage everybody to use Chime because
For sure.
I know one thing that I like about it is on top of doing the 50 for referral, I also got a Wells Fargo account. Every time you overdraw on Wells Fargo, it's a $35 charge, no matter if it's $1.
Mm-hmm.
Wells Fargo charge you for everything though. Wells Fargo charge you an annual fee, a cleaning fee every month. If you withdraw, if you bank, if your check bounce, if you breathe the wrong way, they're gonna charge you.
With time, you can overdraw up to $100 with no fees whatsoever.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem is that, like, okay, so for example, Bank of America, they let me withdraw as much money as I want. I have a savings account with them as well. I got a credit card with them as well. I can go to the bank. I can go to the bank and at the ATM, I bank straight with the ATM, and I can get all of my money if I need to. Now, you can at one sitting, you're only allowed to $400 per transaction. I think it's 5 transactions for that day, but that's for fraud. But they don't charge me a fee for taking my own money out. In my savings account, they don't charge me a cleaning service or a keeper's fee. If you have to keep a certain amount of money in that savings account, but you can remove it, put it back, take it if you need to. It's your money, and that's what they make it that way. You know, and if you check it out on Netflix, I think Netflix or either Netflix or Hulu, but one of them's got Wells Fargo's been in multiple bankruptcy schemes, and you know what I'm saying. So I really don't know how they're still in business, honestly.
The industry.
So my question to you guys is, since we're all obviously not as financially literate as we would like to be, and all know people who are in very a lot worse off than we are, what advice or what tips could you provide the average Joe, whether our age or younger or even older, who just ran into some money for the first time, really not sure what to do with it, or didn't get the check and trying to figure out like how to handle what finances they have? Like, does anybody have any tips? I know Calvin's probably the most well-versed out of the but what about anybody else? Nick, Turk, Monty?
I'll say with what I did with what I have done lately is I have invested in a lot of stocks.
What specifically though? I know everybody's portfolio is different and different like options might work for different people. What are some of the things you invested in?
Well, I use Robinhood, so I really don't go by portfolio. I just look at each individual stock and read up on it and do research. But one main one that I would encourage y'all to do, and the stock code is mRNA. The company is Moderna. They are the ones who are creating the vaccine for the coronavirus. So right now the stock is at like $52. I think I bought it for $54, but in the next few months, it's gonna rise and it's gonna be worth a lot of money once they put that vaccine in the hospital because they're gonna charge an arm and a leg. It's America.
So two quick things real quick, Turk. Number one, can you let me hold $1 when they hit? Number two.
No, let me call me so I know how to do it.
You're talking number two.
Game out right now.
Can you explain the Robinhood?
I'll send you the app link.
Can you explain the Robinhood app a little more for like our viewers who may
don't go into detail, just a brief overview.
So the Robinhood app is simple. You just create an account, and you're gonna have to use your social security and all that type of information because, like I say, you're dealing with stocks. You have to link a bank account, and basically Robinhood shows you the stock market and all the different stocks, and if they're increasing. You can search different stocks. For example, like if you want to look for Nike, you can just type in Nike and it'll bring up that stock. And you can just add it to your board and then transfer funds over to your Robinhood account so you can buy the stock.
Like a third
party. I mean,
so
like,
you can, every day.
Is there a limit on the stock that you buy? Or like,
no, you can buy up to 100 shares. It don't matter how much of the stock that you want to buy. I think the basic free account of Robinhood, you can only upload $1,000 from your checking account to put on Robinhood to buy. If you do the gold, which you have to pay for, I'm not sure on the price. I know it's up to like $5,000 that you can move over and use to buy stock.
So Calvin, I know speaking of stocks and bonds and all that, I know you you've been looking into that a lot lately. Do you have any more advice as far as that goes, or any other financial literacy that you could give our viewers, or give me that can help us out going forward?
Bro, I would say if you got extra money, like put in a savings account right now, like a Roth IRA, which you can get. So I have mine with Charles Schwab, and that's what I trade on and stuff like that. But there's a lot. The market is so unpredictable right now. They were talking about it. They said people that have been trading stocks and options for like 20 years don't even know how to trade on this market because it's something that we've never been in before. So if you invest in certain things, like I have stock in Delta right now just because I know they're the best suited for something like this, you know what I'm saying? And we'll come back financially strong when people are able to start traveling and stuff like that again. But right now, you have to take a very risk management approach. If you want to invest, like don't think about how much money you can make. Think about how much money you're going to lose, because the stock market right now is very unforgiving. So I wouldn't even go out and tell people to invest right now. I would just tell people to save their money. And if they do want to invest, get a book that talks about investing. So one that I used was Think and Trade Like a Champion. So that's where a lot of my financial notes came from. It was a day trader called Mark Minervini. So that's where a lot of my background knowledge has come from, and then various conversations with people and whatnot. But that's the book that I would recommend to people. But even with that being said, once you have your like trading rules and you like do your risk assessment and how much you want to put into the stock market, I would still say wait, because I don't even know if the stock market has hit its bottom again yet. Like it touched it, but I think it's about to hit one more time before it goes back up. And that's all dependent on these governors and how they're about to run their states and everything like that.
To piggyback off of Calvin, I know one thing that I did, because I researched a little, but I'm not familiar with the stocks, but I kind of use common sense for when the government opened back up. Like, just to give you, I bought Delta, American Airlines, Spirit, Royal Caribbean, Carnival. I bought everything. Yeah, I bought everything that I felt people was going to get ready to try to do once it opens back up. So, I mean, that's something you can think on. And like I say,
you think people will flock like that?
Oh, yeah. People, yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I understand that the general population is naive. But what I'm saying is, do you think they will start to increase like we think that is? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going back to a new normal. And you think people are just gonna start hopping on planes and
I do, because I feel like the new normal people just gonna wear masks everywhere. I feel like that is gonna be the new normal. So I feel like it's gonna give them a sense of security to go out and just be out in the world.
What do we do if that company does not find a cure for a vaccine?
So hold on, before y'all get there, I know Christian had something he wanted to share about the financial advice, and as an accountant, I would love to hear him and Juice's opinions on what to do with that money.
Okay, so I've already mentioned Chime as an online banking account, or a banking app available, free of like monthly charging and all that allows you to like put your people on. Y'all both gonna get $50 from that. I also bank with another online app by the name of Simple. Now, through Simple, I'm able to receive direct deposits, establish my own savings account, and they also open another option where I can open my own certificate of deposit. Now, what I believe is like a huge benefit to their certificate of deposit is that once you go ahead and, I'm gonna read it directly from the app. Once you lock in your interest rate, it won't change, even if interest rates are going down elsewhere. That's big. Once you lock it in, once you lock that in, you're good. You know, you can kind of gauge where you're gonna be at the end of the CD. They also give you the benefit of being able to pull your money out of that CD free of any penalty, which is a big one. You're not gonna find that amongst a lot of online banking apps, and two, I don't believe many banks are offering that option. Period. I don't know how common that is.
Yeah, that's my first time hearing that. I would love for you to send me that information.
You feel me? So they also give you the option to start the CD with $250. Now, a lot of people just got hit with $1,200. Now, I don't know how you may look at your 1,200, but if I can put 250 to the side and I still got a band to kind of just have in my hands, I'll put that 250 over there and know that in 12 months it's gonna be this, because I had to do nothing to it. The bank, that's all bank money. The money's making the money for itself. So you got Chime, you go ahead and refer your friend. Once you get the direct deposit of $200, you and your friend will get 50. And then you also have Simple, which will allow you to receive your direct deposits, establish a checking account, savings account, and a CD all in one app. In addition to that, both apps give you a debit card. So if you ever need to access your money at an ATM, you can go in and get that. So I'm definitely going to recommend that anyone who wants to tune in and had an opportunity to hear this, go ahead and look into the Simple app and the Chime app, read up on them, and take advantage of all the benefits, because there are plenty to do so with.
You know what, Soup? I definitely think that we probably need to get Calvin and Christian maybe on IG Live or something and get their thoughts and kind of just let them go with this financial literacy. Just kind of free game, you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely free game. It's a game that I don't know. I need myself, and I know the two of them have been looking into it. And I know Juice as well had working in that dang office during high peak tax season, picked up a lot of tips and tricks of the trade as well. And as an accountant, his course load during his undergrad was just way more than I would have anyway. So how would you like to elaborate?
Okay, so I would definitely say it's whatever your situation is, that's how you should go about it.
Say it again, just for people in the back.
Let me say it again, man. It depends on your situation. That's how you should go about it.
You gotta say nothing else, bro. Episode over.
Episode over. Seriously, because it's really simple, man. It's like I saw, because I be on social media a lot, and I'm hearing, conversation about what people should do with their, 1,200. And a lot of times people should just save the money, because you never know what's going to happen. You might run on hard time, just in case whatever happens, you can have that to fall back on. If you have some debt, credit card, whatever, if you need to pay that off, go ahead and use that to pay that off, instead of just jumping into really, trying to invest. Like Calvin was saying, wait, but also read up on it. Buy a book, use this time to research, instead of just, okay, well, I'm gonna just dive into it. If you don't want to do that, just save it. But it really just depends on your situation, because some people are fortunate enough to be able to work and it's got free money. You know what I'm saying? So they might be more eager to invest into stocks and to do it, other things, to play the circle game, to blow it off. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just whatever situation it is. A lot of people want, they're shopping, they just just let it stack up and save. And so whenever the world does open up, they want to spend it all in one setting. So it just depends.
Yeah, Nick,
I would definitely say, man.
We definitely gotta get them on. Yeah, I agree.
On some kind of IG Live or Facebook or something to get this free game out. It's stuff that I want to know. I know other people want to know, man. So I agree.
For sure.
So, all right, to our viewers, due to this being a special event, because of COVID, we wanted to get a little lighthearted, because it's a lot of
stuff heavy.
It's heavy. It's a lot of unforeseen things about happening. It really depresses people are dying. People really are dying out here, and
God bless the dead.
There's people out here that really don't think this is actually even real. So, a lighthearted topic with we just kind of want to get thoughts. And if, while you tuning in, if you want to drop in a comment who you think is the better, Drake or Jay-Z, better artist, not better rapper, not better lyricist, better artist. Thoughts?
Drake.
Comments?
I'm sorry, no. Going Drake.
I say Drake.
All right, we got two
Straight artist. I'm going Drake.
I say Ho.
Okay, we got bald head, light skin in the middle, talking about it. He like, yo.
You know who he going with? Our complexion alone.
Yeah. He probably took the slide walking into the room.
He did, but he did.
Hey, my man. Hey, he fired. Come on, now there's not even a debate to be had.
All right, so
no, that's not.
Hold on.
Yo, best 3 points.
As the true music head in the group, as the artist, as the only one with real music that is available on streaming platforms. All of them, go get it. Brown Waves, Moments, More on the Way.
Okay.
Bro, I need 10% for that plug.
Awesome.
But give me your real opinion, but don't give me no superficial bull.
Yeah,
Just
for real.
light skin sticking together. What's your real opinion, Calvin?
To be honest, my real opinion is I couldn't put one over the other if you want me to be real with you, and that's only because they both done a lot for the game. Like Drizzy stayed on top for a decade, but the way Jay-Z dropped gems on the industry, life, and tell the story, like it's a whole lot different. They really in two different lanes. It's almost like, damn, comparing Jordan and LeBron, to be honest. I feel like
it's gonna be a whole different topic. We don't go there. But listen, what I will say, I agree with you a lot, Calvin, about like you can't go wrong with either. The only thing I want to stress, because a lot of people our age or younger only know about Jay-Z being with Beyonce or Jay-Z the mogul, all his business ventures, or the 444 album. But if you go back to any old Jay-Z project from any time in any year, bro, like it's hard, like Billboard top charts, like, and not only that, bro, the same stuff in the same game he was giving to you on 444, he was giving it to you back then. He was just giving it to you in street language and street knowledge. He was still putting on for our people. He was still trying to educate you about finances and how to go about your lifestyle. He was still trying to give you triple entendres that meant 8 different things, obviously 3 different things, with one line, bro, that always set them apart. And if nothing else, bro, the last point I'm gonna make on this topic is 85 to 90% of the bars that your favorite rapper says or the tracks that he samples probably came from some kind of Hov track or interlude. So I just
But I heard Hov got his from Tupac.
Or probably Biggie. Maybe stole some stuff from Nas with them all being in the same era. But all I know is a lot of people who see this episode going, man, Jay-Z really ain't rap. He funny, big lip, big nose. He got money married to Beyonce. Nah, bro. This man
he set the bar
for no reason, bro. Like, like if you put your top 5 of all-time rappers right now, you leave Hov off your list, you got nothing to talk about.
Gucci Mane, Gucci 2 time.
Funny, bro.
I got the player partner 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? Coming in that top 5.
Now it's different because I got my personal preference that Hov falls out of that top 5. But we're talking about just in respect to the rap game. Just as straight facts, from catalog to influence to what they brought to the table, as far as not only rap music but just express yourself through that genre in general.
I know everybody was born in 2000 and up don't remember Rockaware.
You feel me? If Hov ain't in your top 5, bro.
Real, boy, for real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus. We talking about an owl brand. Rockaware was,
man, everywhere.
This
you
man
had a Rockaware on, you was 7.
State property.
This man but Drake gave us, and we talking about artistry. You got Take Care, which is debatably one of the best albums to come out.
One of his best albums, yes.
Nah, I would say best albums, to be honest, of our generation.
It's hard to say that, Calvin, to be honest. I'm not disagreeing with you because I do hold Take Care in very high regard. I want to make that disclaimer first. However, bro, there's been so much music just dropped in the last 2 years, my guy.
Can we get a honorable mention 2012? Salesforce Drive?
Oh,
I said debatable.
Can we not?
No, we can.
I'm with you when you're right, Nick.
That slap from start to finish.
All right, since we throwing honorable mentions in, and maybe I got a personal tie, and I know Money will agree with me. From as far as complete projects go, I know it took them 40 years to make it. God bless the dead, but Victory Lap, bro, y'all tripping.
Nah, you're right. I'm with you.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Top to bottom, as far as a project goes.
Complete, bro. You got this thing, Victory Lap, the Carter 3.
Good Kid, Mad City.
The Carter 3, Good Kid, Mad City, bro. Y'all shut the game down, bro. I just named 3 albums right there, Calvin.
No, you're right.
Look, honestly, though, my better for Drake though is Nothing Was the Same.
I really don't think you can go wrong with any of them.
You can't really.
Never loved us.
You really can't, brother. Like,
Hey.
no.
Never loved us. You know now.
Looking at.
Hey, that's an insider, boy. Nick used to wild out, boy, back in the day. Oh, man, I remember them 200 days, boy. Them 200 days, boy.
200 days got us in trouble. Revolving door.
What else you got
All
for
right.
us, Nick, man? I kind of like talking to y'all. I got stuff to do. I know it's like y'all boys.
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up really quick. But I got one more question for everybody because this is gonna be a comment. It's gonna be a comment debate.
This is
We got to start,
what you got?
bench, and cut. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Who we got?
Start, bench, cut.
Start, bench, cut. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. GOAT. Arguably, in their own decades, GOAT.
Who going first?
Let me go first. I'm
I'll start it off first. I'll start it off first. Go ahead. Ready? Hold on.
Go ahead.
So look. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying to Kobe, to the Bean.
God
But
bless the dead.
you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. But if you really think about it, Kobe mirrored his game off of Jordan's.
Okay.
All right. He said, I saw the best and I want to be the best. So you can't go wrong with who you choose. But LeBron James, the only other person close enough would probably either you give honorable mention to Big O, Oscar Robertson, or Magic Johnson himself. 6'9" point guard that could pass the ball like you've never seen before. But LeBron does so much more. And even Kobe has said it. He came out and said it before he passed. He said, if I'm going into draft number 1 overall, first person I'm taking is LeBron James, without a doubt. He said, if I'm picking up in the 5-on-5, the first person I'm picking up is LeBron James, without a doubt, because he's a pass-first player. He said, now I want to shoot the ball. LeBron can give you 30. He can give you 50, 8, and 8. He can give you 30, 10, and 10. I mean, whatever you need, he'll take you to the finals with Boobie Miles. And Boobie Miles don't need to play basketball.
Boobie Miles and Hurricanes.
You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
For real though. Boobie Gibson, you know what I'm saying? I think Eric Snow.
That's I'm trash, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody on that.
So you said a lot, fam. Who are you benching, starting, and cutting?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to start Michael Jordan. We're going to bench LeBron James. And we're going to cut Kobe.
Throw the list away. Throw the whole list away.
So what
Start
you
Jordan, bench Kobe.
So you start
LeBron.
So you cut LeBron.
So say it again.
Yeah. Start Jordan, bench Kobe, cut LeBron. And I say this because if I'm in a one-on-one game, I know. No, I ain't talking about me. But
we're not talking about a one-on-one game though. You don't have a bench in a. You ain't cutting anybody in a one-on-one game. You right, Nick. But at the same time, each of them gonna score the most points on their team, and they not really gonna get doubled like that.
Nick, don't argue. Don't argue, Nick. Just don't argue. Let me finish.
No cap.
He ain't got to, but I'm looking at who got that dog in him. LeBron ain't got that dog in him like Jordan and Kobe do. I'm sorry. I want dogs on my team who gonna.
He a different type of.
Please go, Christian. Please go, Christian. I'm gonna go out of your opinion.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna steal yours, bro. I'm gonna steal yours.
Don't.
So look, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start Cole off the top. I feel like I want him to hit the court. I want him to go and set the tempo off the top. He's starting it. I'm gonna go ahead and bench LeBron. LeBron come out the bench with that energy, bro. Whoever in your second unit is not ready for it, bro. They not ready for it. And Jordan, I'm not gonna cap. I didn't see him.
Bench. I'm glad he said
respect.
That. I'm glad he said that, bro. Because listen, I tried to go past because I don't think there's a big. I know some LeBron fans in this Zoom message, but I don't think none of them as big as a LeBron fan as myself. So I'm gonna keep it funky with you, bro. I'm starting LeBron James. Why? Because Kobe said he's a pass-first player. He's gonna set the tone. He's gonna set the atmosphere. And like Nick said, he can take over the game when he wants to. Before I finish my topic, though, Turk, how dare you say this man ain't got no dog in him when he took
Got no dog. This man is a magician. He
I didn't say he ain't got no dog in him. I said we got bigger dogs with Jordan and Kobe.
Let me finish, bro. He took his team to the NBA Finals 8 years in a row. He took his high school team to the state championship 4 years in a row. Out of those 4 years, he played for the national championship 3 years. Talk about dog. Let's talk about being down 3-1 to the greatest team of all time, scoring 40, 45, 32 in a triple-double in Game 7. For him not to have that dog, he's undefeated in Game 7s in his career. Him not to have no dog. He's hit more buzzer beaters than the other two guys in their last 20 attempts compared to his. Now, moving forward, since I'm clearly going to start LeBron.
Dog. Okay.
Since I'm clearly going to start dog LeBron, I'm going to bench Kobe because he's a killer, dog. When the game on the line and that mama mentality go in, we going to Vino because he an animal. And kind of like
sound like a dog that's going to hunt to me.
And kind of like Christian said, bro, I'm a basketball fan. You know, basketball my favorite sport. So I watched Jordan, I studied Jordan, but I only seen maybe like a year or two of him like in his prime, like 97, 98. And all I remember for real is the like push by and the shot. Like, so I'm starting Braun, benching Cole, and no disrespect to the GOAT, bro, I'm gonna cut him. Because I get the same with Kobe.
You don't get to speak anymore. You don't get to chime in. Juice, what did you got to say?
Oh no, that's all I was gonna do. Bron, Kobe, Jordan.
All right.
That's it.
What you got to say, Mr. Middleman?
I feel like y'all gonna. I know someone gonna have some comments. Might shut the conversation down after this, but I feel like LeBron
comments
James
on your appearance alone, so just go ahead.
I ain't gonna talk about your team. I'm gonna keep it organized.
Hey, this is a family meeting. We're not gonna go here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. Hey, go. Anyway, I feel like LeBron linked up.
Your head looks like that. The color.
This is a family meeting.
Those walls.
This is a family meeting.
Now, next one. Turk, stop it, Turk. You don't want this. You ever
I don't care.
This is a family meeting. Y'all stop that.
You win.
Let's reel it back in, though. What you got?
But I feel like LeBron James, Lindo White, and I feel like Kobe Bryant, Reggie Bush.
Whoa! Oh my God.
In college, and I feel like Michael Jordan, a washed-up running back. So I got to start Reggie. So I'm starting Kobe. I'm gonna bench LeBron.
Nick,
and I'm gonna cut.
That was terrible. That was a terrible comparison.
You said Jordan washed up running back?
Yeah, you terrible.
Running back.
All right.
Do not post that.
Yeah, for real. You could.
Don't y'all say nothing about my comments. No
if you was gonna make a football lose, you just said something like Burrow, Newton, Tebow. Like there should be three. Like if you was gonna make a football comparison, that's been like
that boy went left with it.
That boy went left.
You went left.
Hey, somebody get the peanut butter jelly sandwich and slap him.
DoWork Impact Group, I would like to take the time out today to thank all the first responders, essential workers, and all of the healthcare professionals out there. On a day-to-day basis, you put your lives on the lines so that we may feel a sense of normalcy in our day-to-day lives. You protect us, our families, our loved ones, our friends, and even better, your communities. So from us, we thank you. So stay safe and do work.